This is a $2,500 Peloton, what most people consider to be the best there is, and this is a $500 alternative. The price should be enough to lead anyone to believe that one is better than the other, but what if I told you that's not the case? What if the alternative is not just more affordable, but also better in many ways than the Peloton? Well, there's really only one way to find out. On one corner, we have the Peloton Bike Plus, the company's most versatile bike ever, as it's technically not just an indoor cycle. On the other, we have the Yesoul G1M Plus, the company's best offering and also a flexible approach to give you more than just cycling solutions. When Yesoul reached out to partner for this video, I told them that I actually already own the first generation Peloton that's currently $1,000 cheaper, and that it would be enough for this comparison, but nope. They insisted on sending me the most expensive Peloton just to prove that their G1M Plus could compete against the best of the best. And I accepted because they're watching this video at the same time as you are. I'm allowed full creative control to give you the pros and cons of both after a week of testing. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's dive into our comparison. I think the best way to start is by referencing my review of the first Peloton, which I'll link to. I've always been very verbal about the fact that the secret to their success is the service and not the bike. I can actually give you so many other bikes that are far better built and provide better ergonomics than Peloton. The thing is that, as I mentioned in my first review, Peloton has figured out how to make an indoor class feel like if you're at the gym by letting you compete with others through online metrics. Almost like cycling with someone else on the road. If you were ever to get a regular bike with a tablet or phone, you'll get the classes, but then lose the sense of gamification. One of the reasons why Yesoul's alternative stands out is not just because it's a bike with a built-in tablet of sorts, but because the company has even figured out that essential element of competition. More on that later. For now, let's just compare the bikes themselves. They're both made of powder-coated steel in a very elegant shade of matte black with red, white, and chrome accents. They both feel incredibly well built, which I'm surprised with the G1M Plus. Usually bikes in the $500 range are so light that they feel flimsy, but not this one. It's actually nearly 50% lighter than the Peloton, and yet its weight distribution is good enough for it not to wobble. I actually prefer this tighter design because it's easier to tilt and reposition, and also more ergonomic for both short and tall people by just adjusting the seat. By contrast, even if Peloton lets you push the seat closer, the handrails lack the horizontal adjustment that every single bike in this price range offers, making them less comfortable for some. Now, speaking of that, then there's the attention to detail. I do think the chosen materials for the handrails will age better on the Peloton, but I think Yesoul takes better advantage of the space offered with the stand for your phone to spare you from sweating it in a cup holder. There's also far better padding on the seat of the G1M Plus, which is more convenient for first-timers. Each actually has very similar knob adjustment, but I prefer the G1M Plus's slots as Pelotons are notorious for slowly but surely slipping into lower seat positions as you use them, no matter how tight the knob is. Yes, each has cup holders at the front, but one thing I do wish both had was a lower position for the handrails, as preferred by professional cyclists. Yes, the G1M Plus is missing a rack for weight if that's your thing, but I'll admit that I skip those kinds of classes as they're not really the level that I weight train. Last but not least, both offer magnetic resistance, which is a really high-end feature I wasn't expecting on the G1M Plus for its price, so that means little to no maintenance over time. The Peloton does have the advantage that the classes are so well connected to the bike that the resistance adjustment can be automatic, but I don't know about you, it has caught me off guard a few times, so I switched it off as I find it to be more of a gimmick. Overall, I think the G1M Plus is a better bike, and not just for the money. I've always felt Peloton could seriously pick from so many better spinner designs for what we get for thousands of dollars, and that's regardless of the tricks and integration, which should be secondary to this being a great bike first. Obviously, the major selling point for anyone to pay more for the Peloton was the display and the services you get, but the problem is that they're actually optional. See, for the hardware and software to work seamlessly, you need a membership, and you'd think that for $2,500 you'd get at least some sort of a discount, but nope. The display is useless unless you pay $44 a month, which I've been paying since 2019. Yes, it does sound steep, but as a former cycling instructor, I know there's a logic. For example, a single SoulCycle class that you have to commute to is $20, and don't even get me started about the pricing of a personal trainer at a gym. Peloton offers that same level of high-quality instructors and engaging classes for a lot less than that kind of money, and on demand at home with a bike that connects your metrics to either a live class or the huge library that remains recorded for later. For anyone who is tight on time or struggles to stay motivated, this is 10 times better than trying to do it yourself, and all those clothes hanging on your stationary home equipment is proof that I'm right. You know who you are, and trust me, that was me before Peloton as well. What makes this Bike Plus special is that for those same $44, you can do weight training, yoga, and tons of other options because this bike allows you to tilt the screen in whichever angle for you to not depend on a TV, a phone, or a tablet. It's pretty convenient, and the speakers are pretty awesome at it. Though sure, you could use wired earbuds or Bluetooth. Now, I give you all this explanation about why Peloton matters because here's the thing. What if I told you that there actually is a cheaper membership that offers all the same benefits for anyone that doesn't own this expensive bike from Peloton? Yes, it sounds ironic, but the Peloton app one costs $12.99 for weight training, yoga, and others, and then $24.99 if you want to add unlimited bike and treadmill classes. And notice, no Peloton equipment needed. So this is where this Yesoul G1M Plus comes in handy. You're not just saving $2,000 on the bike, but you're also saving $20 a month in the membership. But wait, there's more. The reason this bike is better than buying just any other bike with a tablet is because this is not just any screen. We have a 21.5-inch Full HD display that's complemented by a 4-speaker system and 2 subwoofers that sound pretty amazing, but which also supports Bluetooth audio natively. It's also a matte display, which is far easier to see in all environments than the glossy mess provided by Peloton. What's even more interesting is that if you choose to not use Peloton, you don't have to. The G1M Plus has its own interface that's digitally connected to the bike's sensors, so you know what percentage of resistance you're applying, your cadence, and the distance you've cycled. Best of all, it's got HDMI out and USB charging, and Yesoul packs a USB-C and a lightning cable adapter for you to connect your phone or tablet to stream content to the display as you cycle. A good option is that a purchase of this G1M Plus gives you unlimited access to the rides on the Yesoul Fitness app, so you could use the display and your phone as a quick solution with 0 memberships. That being said, I actually figured out another trick that's pretty convenient. Since this technically has all the connectors of a television, I just bought a $30 Google Chromecast HD and turned this into my perfect gym TV. Now I can stream anything I want from Google TV with its remote control and the Google Assistant support, all while getting my stats on the top left corner. This then allows me to either use the Peloton app on Google TV or cast the ride from my iPhone so that my Apple Watch can track my heart rate, as I don't need GymKit for these to work together, or even better, consider other alternative services. I've been a Beachbody on-demand user for years, as I find their weight training programs are more focused on progression and goals, and having a screen that can also tilt 360 degrees means I can use this display to stream my Lift4 workouts. But the best part is that Beachbody also includes an even cheaper way to get world-class cycling classes for less money if that's all you want to do. So if you think of it, the simple idea of having an HDMI connector opens the possibility of you using this bike for absolutely anything you want, not just Peloton, and not just whatever services Yesoul provides on its app. You have the freedom to morph this bike into whatever you want, which is technically what every single bike should do, but which Peloton gets wrong for so much money. My experience this last week using both bikes has been interesting because I wouldn't say that they feel the same, but I can't say that I miss using the Bike Plus on every ride I've chosen the G1M Plus. They're just as ergonomically different, and overall I felt that Yesoul provides a design that caters to all users instead of Peloton's one-size-fits-all approach. I even like that you can easily remove the display on the G1M Plus if you'd prefer, whereas on the Peloton there is no way to do that. Clearly one company values flexibility for your money more than the other. To conclude, let's just do the math. On one corner, it's either $1,500 or $2,500 for the Peloton, and neither is what I'd consider to be the best bike for the money, and then it's $44 a month to be able to take full advantage of it. Sure, this membership allows you to add multiple family members if you own a bike, but I just learned that you can't register multiple bikes. Only a thread, a row, or a bike per membership, which is kind of dumb if I can easily ride at hotels with a quick login through my phone. I wish that they at least let me connect 3 of anything I choose, since that logically means 3 devices per account regardless of what devices I pick, but you can't. On the other corner, we have the Yesoul G1M Plus. Yes, the retail price was $899, but you can get it now for $499. That said, if you apply code Pocketnow at checkout, you can get an extra $100 discount, leaving it at $399. And no worries, there is a 30-day return or replacement policy for you to test it out for yourself, risk-free. Overall, I actually consider it to be a more ergonomic design that's also easier to move around. You have a screen that's pretty comparable, or in certain things better than what Peloton offers. You get a free unlimited membership to the classes on the Yesoul Fitness app, but then since this is an HDMI panel, you can turn it into a TV and use this bike with whatever service you want. Actually, you could even consider that if you already own a Peloton bike with the membership and you wanted a second bike, it would be smarter to buy a G1M Plus that'll work through the app instead of you having to pay 2 memberships. Bottom line, yes, the Yesoul G1M Plus is the clear winner. I'm actually willing to challenge you to find a more complete bike on Amazon or any store for the same or less money. Trust me, I have looked, and none were as sturdy or as complete for this price range. Let me know if you agree with my assessment in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me try new bike alternatives for less money. And hey, I love cycling, so for me, that's a treat. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.